Okay, well, let's see here. It is Sunday night, and I am, as usual, I have forgotten to tell people I'm streaming, so I'm gonna do that now. I think a lot of our cohort is actually, I think they might actually be vacationing and having a good time, but just in case, let's see here. Okay, hey all, I'm streaming. Well, I'm doing my lazy streaming now. Twitch TV. Okay, I did that. Okay, so I did that, and I need to let my cohort know that I am streaming. Okay, let's see here. And I think if there's sound in the background, my daughter is watching Bob's Burgers, which I actually love it. So this is, I'm sure that I have shown this to everyone before, but this is the Discord server for the most awesome boot camp that I am lucky enough to be a part of. And I have to find them and let them know that I'm streaming. Streaming. Twitch TV. That's me. Okay. Okay. Got that. Not sure. Okay, I'm getting back to this person. He's a new person in our cohort, so I'm hoping that okay, so okay. Check messages every so often. Every so often. Don't get notifications for messages. So okay, so I may respond a bit later. Likely will not respond immediately unless I'm checking messages. Okay, so all done with that. All done. Okay, so now I'm doing this again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm doing, I've got, where is it? Okay, so I've got this up. I changed up the profile page a little bit, just the formatting of it, so that it's a little bit easier to see stuff. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep it like that though. But anyway, so I was actually able to get this going last night. I have to figure out how to center all of this. For whatever reason, it does not want to center. Oops, why did I do that? It does not want to center, which is really making things difficult for me. I don't know why this doesn't want to center. Anyway, so so I was able to get that put together, but now I have to do all the back end stuff, which is not easy, right? It's not easy, and I have to change the height of my cards. But I was able to go ahead and get that going last night. And I have my drop downs, but I don't actually, like in my code. Oh, hey, whoever joined. I'm just going through here again. Here's my code. I was just happy that I was able to add all this stuff, and my my server would come up. But yeah, so I added a bunch of stuff, but the problem is my drop-down menus are not working because I'm using Bootstrap code. And so I updated my model so that my schema is updated. I updated the controllers so that it's able to redirect where it needs to go. But I can't really move forward until I have my drop-downs working, because I'm not going to be able to select data that's going to go through the controller into the database, right? So I'm not going to have anything in Mongo unless I can get my drop-downs working, which I cannot figure out, because it seems, I don't know. When I say I'm not getting them working, I'm saying that like they're not even dropping down. So I'm not really sure what's going on. And I actually had these here. But yeah, I had these here, and then I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm also not in love with this. I'm thinking about doing the add to your closet and then welcome Rosie Toops, and then having it spread out. So having 2 columns there, and then having the log out button. And I might move the log out button up to the nav bar. I'm thinking I'm just gonna move that up there, so it's just like a little happy page. And I have to change the font on here because this is not the font that I want. I was thinking Poppins. I like Poppins. See, I should be working on the back end. But yeah, I like, where is it? I like Poppin. Here it is. So I like Poppins a bit, but I was thinking actually of doing something, because this is kind of clunky looking. So I was actually thinking of something that's not like really flowy or whatever, but I was thinking, let me move up a little bit here. I was actually thinking, while I'm here, I might as well just pick it out, because it's hard for me to work if I don't like if I don't like the text. If I don't like the text, I'm gonna have problems. So oops, I didn't want to do that. So I need to find, let's not do that. I need to find something that's not really irritating for me. So the font, and the thing is, I don't want it to, it needs to be a sans serif. So it needs to be along the lines of an Arial, but I just don't like this specific font with that. It's big and clunky, so I need to find something else. And the funny thing is, I think I picked this out. If I look in my code, I think, well, now I'll just look it up here because it's faster. Yeah, so in my style, I want to say I actually, did I pick that out? I know that I picked out the Allura and Dance. So Dancing Script is the, the script, but yeah, okay, so I need to change that. And like I said, I need it to be a sans serif. So let's just go ahead and make sure that we get that. And I don't want that. Okay. So it's going to be something here. But I want it to be, I don't want anything condensed. I want something really, really neutral, but lighter, not clunky. So why is this here? This is like something happened. That's, okay. So, I don't know, that's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. I wonder how that would look with that. Okay. That's pretty too, that quicksand. Barlow. Yeah, so I'm looking for something that's easy to look at. Yeah, I'm looking for something that's kind of easy to look at, but doesn't, like that G has too much going on. I don't like that G. That G is not going to work. And this actually looks a lot like sealer. Well, I can't find that one now. That's funny. But yeah, it can't be blocky. It can't be thick and clunky. Like this one, except for that G, is kind of... that one, kind of, but it looks heavy on the ends. This is really funny. I don't know why I'm bothering with this when I really need to just work on the back end, but I can't do the back end. Anyway, I'm going to be reading some... I'm going to have to read some stuff with the... that oxygen's kind of pretty, but it's incomplete. Like the ends are incomplete, and it has some extra weight on the ends of... yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna have to read some bootstrap stuff, just because I can't figure out how else. Oh, Emma B, hi. I'm talking to myself. I'm sitting here looking at font. Like, I can't get the back end of some of my stuff to work, but I'm sitting here looking at font because I like looking at the font. How are you doing? Are you working on your 100 hours project? You know what? I kind of like these. This one's a little bit too rounded, but I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, so for the closet organizer, I just kind of moved some stuff around, and I was trying to decide if I was gonna add some categories to this, which is just gonna make it even more difficult. But I was able to get the other stuff uploaded that I needed to do, and I was actually able to get this code to work with the existing stuff, but none of it is tied into the back end yet. Primarily because I'm having trouble with these drop downs. So yeah, are you, gosh, oh, you're working on that thing? Oh. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta work on that thing. Yeah, well, so yeah, I mean, but we're kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it's 11th hour quite yet. I'm feeling like it's 11th hour because tomorrow is Memorial Day, and you know, we're gonna either grill out with some friends or we're gonna grill out here. So, oh, you used to do graphics, so you have, see, that is nice. I'm just using Google Fonts. I've downloaded fonts before. I don't remember if I had to pay for them or not, but I just like the convenience of Google Fonts and just like plopping those links in there. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to have all, see, and you know what, how Leon was talking about how we have to like look at everything and see components. I'm looking at all of these, and I'm like, oh, look at that box shadow. Oh, look at the rounded corners. Look at the border radius. Oh, what kind of, you know, so. Hey, Spoonfix. Yeah, Emma. Yeah, that's right. It is 11th. It is 11th hour. And so that's why we've got to do this tonight. So, you know, if you want to code while I'm coding and we can try to get some stuff done, that would be awesome, because I'm getting tomorrow midnight, after we're done with our festivities or whatever, I'm going to be here probably cursing at that ridiculous drop-down menu, right? Ooh, except, yeah, for web dev, Google Fonts is a gift. It is a gift because look at all this, and I don't have to pay for any of it. Yeah, I don't have to pay for any of it. But the thing is, I know, like, I'm looking at all of these, and there's just so much going on, which, you know, when you're pairing something, when you have that, I mean, you really do need something that's really basic with it. But I don't like this, and I don't know if it's because of the weight of everything. I can't figure out what I don't like about it, but I don't like it with that. So okay, so here's the thing, and I don't know if Spoonfix can probably explain this to us or talk to us about it, But I started, okay, so the Gatsby portfolio that I did was a React template. And so I started working with that weeks ago, right? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4, I can't remember. And so that was my deep dive into React. Was I had this template, I wanted to use the template, and it was easier for me to try to, I'm gonna actually talk into the camera because this is, okay. So I was so desperate to not have to use WordPress because I was using the Divi template theme. It's a theme, but it's a template. I was so desperate to not have to do that. I figured it would be easier for me to dive into someone else's React code and make all the modifications necessary to kind of customize it to my needs than it would be to use a WordPress template. And sure enough, I spent like 20 hours on WordPress trying to make that work. I couldn't even get my name uploaded. And then I spent 10 hours on the React code, which was actually set up with like MVC. And I was able to do that. So the problem is it seems like it's a lot more code than necessary. That's my 2 cents. So yeah. Okay, Spoonfix. Spoonfix, can you, okay, so for React, Emma and I we're learning React, and I am okay with JavaScript. I'm not great at it, but I can kind of muddle through it. There's something about the way React is put together that I'm very uncomfortable with, and I don't like. It feels like it's actually more code than if I just like threw some stuff together in JavaScript files. So, oh, hey, Wolfhound. So, yeah. Yeah, Emma, see, here's the thing. You got people like in different ghosts who, you know, they're very helpful and they're, you know, yeah, they're so super helpful. But here, you know, that's the thing. We're not always going to have folks like Spoonfix and different ghosts. And I've got a handful of other folks on here who are super awesome and super helpful. But yeah, I mean, right now with React, when I look at the code, I'm just thinking, okay, I understand everything is in components and the components are reusable. I look at the code and I'm like, okay, I can't actually generate this code yet, but when I read it, I understand what it's doing. But it seems like you have to look all over the place for it. I think that's what the problem is. I feel like I'm looking all over the place for these components because like, I don't want to have to open up the code for the template that I used for my portfolio. But for real, I had one page open, which I guess was the template for, you know, for the actual, the page in the views. But then I started putting stuff in there and then I realized, oh wait, I'm not supposed to actually update this. I was supposed to go into a different section. So I don't know. It was just really, so I don't know. It just feels like a ton of code and it's like all in different sections. So it's really hard to find stuff. If it's not your code, if you're not actually writing it, it seems like it's kind of hard to find your code. But again, that's just me. That's just me. That's me muddling through someone else's code. But yeah, for now, I am just sitting here looking at my options because I need to change this font, this base font. I need to change this. And not a lot, but I'm just very uncomfortable with it for some reason. And I'm not entirely sure. I just don't like it with that font. So I want to change it. So you just woke up? I don't know how to say this. It's pretty, let's see here. Where I am, it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening. So good morning. Wolfhound, so you went from Angular to React. Okay. Yeah, I think... So I haven't actually worked with Angular at all, but what's funny is that so for the stack that we're learning in the Learn with Leon bootcamp, we are learning, it's MERN, right? So all of the local companies that are hiring here around me, they're Angular. So So I'm thinking, oh, I guess I need to learn Angular, but I really should learn React first, because most of the remote jobs that I've been looking at are React. You know, they're all MERN. So, so it seems like you're just, I feel like I'm going to have to figure them both out. But yeah, I understand that there are definitely going to be differences in the way that, I guess the custom of however the folders are organized, plus wherever you work, they're going to have their own wants. But Comic Sans, that is so funny. I'm not using that for my project. I think that'll make Leon go blind. I think he won't like that at all, you guys. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I was gonna say the next one was Vue.js, because I've seen so many Vue jobs and I'm just thinking, wow, okay. But I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with Node right now. I'm so used to installing all these modules. I just figure, okay, every time we start a project, I'm like, Express. I've got like this little mental list of modules that I have to install. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so we've got some Angular folks on here. We've got, yeah, I don't know. I'm having a heck of a time with this. And the worst part, you know, the thing with all these fonts is there's no guarantee that they'll work in all the browsers, so they might end up just sticking with a font that I don't like anyway. So you never know, but I want to have a say in what goes in. So, oh, hey, so, oh, you hate it. I cannot handle EJS. I can't. I would rather learn React than deal with EJS anymore. I'm so very over EJS. But of course, that's what I'm using in this, so. I'm having the hardest time finding. Oh, here we go. This is what I need. We'll just use this. We'll just use this. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is... What am I looking for? Okay, so here's the thing. This is the font right now, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't like the A. Call me picky. I don't like that A. This A right here. The undercase A. I do not like it. Lowercase a is really bothering me with the way it looks with that. It's bothering my eyes. So I don't want that. I don't want that A there. I want a sans serif. I don't want it to be clunky. So it needs to, I don't know how to say. See, I don't know the parts to the letters very well, but if I did know the parts to the letters, I could explain it, but this A is not working for me. I keep looking, it just sticks out and I don't like it. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, I know. And so the funny thing is I don't imagine myself artistic at all or visual or anything, but I have some things that really bother me. And I didn't realize it until I started doing this, until I started coding and trying to make sites. But yeah, I have some issues. I do have some issues. I know. And then I was working on the profile page today, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't like this because I did this. Now I'm like, okay, I have to go back and change everything back to the way it was. And then I'm like, did I actually save that to GitHub? Did I actually push that to GitHub? Or I'm trying to think of the easiest way to get back. Do I like the half circle like Mulish? Let me go take a look at that. I'll just do this. Let's look at that. And the thing is, I have to see it in the exact weight that I want to use it in. because it kills me when you just see bold. And I'm like, no, it's not just bold, it's 700. It's like, Emma, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The colors and the font and the spacing of things, and there are just a whole bunch of things that you know, so, and that, yeah, and then you get into the italics, and yeah, like that's way too much. I need something a little bit lighter, and I think that's what the problem is, because this is kind of light, and then you have the clunky. Yeah, that's, oh, Spoonfix, yeah. Okay, see, we're all amongst friends then, because it shouldn't be this hard. But when I look at some you know, rough drafts of things, I'm just thinking, okay, that should be like that, that should be like that, how can you fix that? But then my back end doesn't work at all. Like I said, I'm sitting here looking at this, and I do like this. The only part, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but you've got this little T with a little curl on the end, and I think that's going to bother me when I'm looking at this, because the angles are different. And I am so sorry, but other than that, I really like it. I really like it. I really like it. I like it, except for that T is giving me some mental issues already. And then it's a little bit wide. Like the letters themselves are just a little wide. I don't want condensed, but they're a little bit too wide for me. So anyway, I will, yeah, and that's the thing. I am not going to be a designer, because I do not have a picture in my head ever of what I want a site to look like. But if I know what has to be in the site, I'll just start like pushing stuff in there, and then I'll like move stuff around, and then pretty soon I'm going down that it is a rabbit hole. I'm going down that rabbit hole, just like, so anyway, if anybody knows Bootstrap and can help me figure out why my drop downs aren't working, I would be so appreciative, because I'm sitting here looking at this, getting more and more irritated. So that is my build page. I think it is. Oh wait, no, that's the select page. But in the build page, I also need, okay, so yeah, I was able to, like I said, I was able to go in and get these working with the navigation, get them so that they were, you know, hooked up on the back end, but I'm not able to, that's not working. Wolfhound, what is going on here? Streamlabs is like, oh, you're posting links. Okay, so I'll show you I have got a whole bunch of, this is so funny. I've got like, I'll put all my little bootstraps over here. I have not been sitting on my laurels all day staring into space. I really have been trying to get stuff done. But if I could just find carousel form controls. Oh, here's my drop downs. I have been working, and then last night I was doing stuff, but I don't know what's going on. I'm doing the link. Here's my, I have to go back. See, that's the problem. I got all this stuff up here. Where's my, here it is in my header. Okay, so yeah, I've got it over here. You know, people say, oh, we don't need 3 screens. I'm thinking I need another screen. I can't see anything. Aw, yeah, Spoonfix, you just hang out and you relax, and yeah, you do not have to do a thing. You just keep us company. It's nice to have company. It's honestly the thing that really keeps me motivated. This is the only form of discipline I recognize is, oh, there might be people expecting me to be here for some reason. So I have to sit here and code for at least 2 hours. So yeah. But yeah, so I've got my stuff up here, over here, and up here, right there. It's all there. That's my little glasses favicon. So spoon fix, ha ha ha. You have a 27-inch and sometimes it's too big. I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm like trying, because I've also got my laptop over here off to the side that I was thinking, well, I could put that up and then I could have Streamlabs running over there. But then I'm thinking, no, because I have like a bunch of stuff here and I'm keeping track of the chat on the other screen. So if I just had another screen right here, that would be really nice because then I could have two different, anyway, pretty soon I won't be able to get out of my desk. I'll have to like crawl under it. So that's like, yeah. Sometimes people are pretty funny, aren't they, Emma? Okay, so yeah, anyway, going back to Bootstrap. For the drop down, I mean, so they're not actually using LIs. They're not using LIs, or they're just using divs. And this is so funny because with that separation of concerns, I'm looking at this and like all I've been thinking about for like 4 years now, because I started doing online tutorials a few years ago just with the front end stuff. And so every time I see a div, like I'm like, ah, but then with like Tailwind and Bootstrap and some of these other libraries, it's kind of like you can't get around it. They just use divs, and so the divs in my brain equal styling, right? But it's really, really hard for me to look at this because I'm thinking, separation of concerns. I'm not liking it, but I get it. So I'm starting to get into the habit of doing any kind of styling in divs. I wasn't doing that for a while. I was not doing that for a while. But I finally made the connection between the use of the div and styling versus the use of the semantic tag and styling, if that makes sense. And so, you know, with the semantic tags, anything that I don't know how to put it. I mean, that's basically it. Anything that belongs in that tag that is not styling goes in the semantic tag, and anything that's styling, I'm going to stuff in a div. And that's the only way I can kind of, I don't know how to put it. It's the only way that I can reconcile the use of the styling inside of the document, the HTML. And that's just a personal thing. It's a personal thing. But yeah, so anyway, going back to my drop-down problems, which apparently are not going to end. I have to figure out how to make the drop-downs work, because otherwise I don't have anything I can send over to my database. So until I can figure out how to make those drop-downs work, it's kind of a toughie, right? So I'll be happy if by the end of this stream, that's like my goal, right? That is my goal for this stream, because once I can do that, I can figure out the code to send it over to the database and kind of get cracking on that. Because then the other problem I have is that I've got the post, which is the individual image. I'm trying to figure out, well, that one's Bootstrap 4, but where's Bootstrap 5? So Bootstrap 5, oh, where's the drop downs? I mean, I'll just look it up. So in Bootstrap 5, they're using these. And so this is what the next thing that I was gonna do, was convert, like basically they're just taking the A's and stuffing some LIs in front of the anchor tags. So that was the next thing that I was gonna do. I guess I can just do that now. I'll do that now, because yeah, I'll do that now. I'll do it now just because I want to try to make it work. Okay, so that's not even the right one. Oh, and this is so bad, you guys. I have a junk folder. It's like it's the junk drawer in your kitchen, but instead of it's the junk drawer in my code. And so it's like bits and pieces of code that I'm copying and pasting because I think I need to make it work, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just like stuffing it in this folder. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want anyone to see it. So I also added it to my git ignore. So my savecode.js, it's my junk drawer. So yeah, let's go back. So what is everybody else? Yeah, I've got Popper in here. Hold on, I'll take you back to the index. No, it's in my footer. I think Popper's in my footer. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I told you I did my reading, Wolfhound. I did my reading. Yeah, I made sure that I had my Popper in there. Yeah, so anyway, off the topic of my drop down major problems, what are you guys doing for the week? Are you guys, because I know if you're with the 100 devs boot camp, I know what you're doing, at least for the first half of this week. But other folks, what do the docs say? Well, now, does it have to come before Bootstrap? Well, hold on, let me move that. So with all of this, the Popper is actually, this is all, let's see here, I'm gonna save that, and then let's do Popper, and then, whoa, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so, okay. It says here, I have to include Popper min.js before Bootstrap. Well, huh. I did not know that. That's going to be an issue. Okay, so where? Okay. So where am I supposed where is the code for Popper though? So do I just copy and paste this turkey in there? Because, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, well, yes, I realize that I probably should have read this part here. But okay. No, I had it, but I don't think it's the right one. That's the problem is I was looking because I don't think it's the same thing, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's not even the same one. This is NPM and this is Ajax. It's not even the same, it's not the same one. And I'm not even, so if this is NPM, does that mean I'm gonna have to go ahead and install a module? So yeah, I mean, so I can try this one, but this is the link for the Bootstrap 5 one, and then this I think is probably Bootstrap 4, because I went back and forth between Bootstrap 4 and 5, and then I just decided I was going to use 5. So that's probably the source of a lot of the problems. So okay, so try using the one that I've got. I'll do that. I will do that. I'm happy to do anything at this point to try to make this thing work, because I am so irritated. It's not even funny. Like it shouldn't, I'm using a front-end library. It should not be this difficult is what I mean to say, right? Okay. We're gonna do that. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. And we're gonna do that. Oh, I don't have my little tag thingy in here. Hold on. Okay, that's better. And then I need to observe my, come on. Okay. We'll move that over and over. Are you asking what I'm doing? I'm trying to follow instructions, which is not something that I'm really great at. That's not that. Okay, so you know when they say what do you feel your a weakness is? I'm not going to say this, but when they ask that, I'm going to be thinking I cannot follow instructions. I have to reinvent the wheel every darn time. So that's not what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. I think I can probably say I'm like a dog with a bone. I will just keep working on something and working on it and working on it until I just like drop. Okay, so that's profile, collective closet, build the outfit. Oh, you stinker. Stinker. Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, this other one's an NP. Okay, we're gonna try the other one. We're gonna try it, but I'm gonna bet you dollars to donuts this thing's not gonna work. So we're gonna go ahead and comment this out. Commenting it out, and right, exactly. So that's why I'm gonna be trying this guy out and seeing how he works. But I don't think that this is correct. I just feel like it's not, but we're gonna see. And then I'll move this one up. Because you never know, right? You never know. Come on, Popper, let's work. Yeah, so on an unrelated note, I need a coffee grinder. My coffee grinder died. As script. Okay, source is equal to HTTPS. Yeah, it died, and so now I'm hard up because most of the coffee I've got in the house now is it's whole bean. So I have all this whole bean coffee that I can't drink right now. So yeah, thank you. It is tragic. Oh, my dad's calling. 1 second, you guys. Hello?
Well, hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good, Dad. I am in the middle of a project. Can I give you a call back in a few minutes?
Well, why don't you call me if it's easier for you to call? That way I don't have to interfere.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you... it'll actually take a little over an hour.
Well, whatever. I'll be around.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to you then. Love you. Bye.
I love you too. Bye.
Okay. So I'll talk to my dad after. So let's see if this worked. I'm skeptical. I'm very, very skeptical of this quick fix because it doesn't seem like anything should be that easy, but let's see. Oh, okay. I think I really wanted it to work and it didn't work. Did I save it? Did I save it? I did save it. Okay, you know what? So plan C or D or E or I don't even know what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna use the Bootstrap 5 code because I already tried Bootstrap 4, right? I tried the Bootstrap 4 code. I had the CDNs in there. I had the popper in there. Now it was in the wrong place, but you know, and nothing, the links didn't work. So what I'll do now is not right this second. Yeah, it's nice. it is nice to have your parents around. Yeah, I don't have my mom around anymore, but yeah, it's nice not to be alone in the world, right? It's nice, and that's why it's great that you guys are all here on a Sunday night, because I'm not sitting here alone, like banging my head against the screen saying, why is Popper not working, and not even having coffee because my coffee grinder died, you know. So I'm very grateful for these things. So anyway, yeah, I need to do that. I'm just gonna do it now. I don't want to, but I'm just gonna do it. I'd rather just keep looking at font. Oh, there's the Cloudinary stuff. Yeah, but the font is, you know, the words are there. So Wolfhound Jesse, is your dad, does he live close by, or is he pretty far away? That's the footer. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna go, and there's my junk folder. I'm gonna go into, where did I put it now? It's not in the post. The post is done. Where is, oh, here it is. So the profile should be over here. Did I, profile, I don't know why. Where's my profile? Here, read it. Okay, so how is that done? So I decided, I actually had the code in here to add some drop downs, but I decided I didn't want to complicate things, which is funny because I complicate everything. Okay, so we're going to move that over, and then we are going to, where's that, and then I'm going to look at the drop downs. Now we're going to go ahead and make that smaller so I can see. See, I'm telling you guys, I need another screen. I don't know how I'm going to see all this. Come on. Okay, he's in Arkansas and you're in Maryland. Oh, wow. That's a long ways away. That's a long ways away. Do you ever get to see him? Do you get to see your dad? Okay. Oh, this is just... this is gonna be hard to read. Okay, here we are. I don't need that, so I'll just like push that a little bit further here. And we go like that. And I can move that over. Yeah, see, so now I can see this little stuff. Don't know if it, but is there a reason why you add the scripts at the end of your file in the body? Yeah, you know, okay, so it helps with loading. It helps with loading because it's the last thing that loads. I mean, there are some instances in which I guess you wouldn't necessarily. But yeah, it's just so that you have everything else that loads and then your scripts are last, and it just works out. There are all these different hacks nowadays for different things, but that's the main reason we do that. And it's not just me, it's in our boot camp. The instructor there said that would be not necessarily best practice, but good practice, if that makes sense. But if you're working at a place where they tell you, hey, you need to go ahead and put them up at the top, or even worse, like, let's just do everything inline. I mean, okay. But yeah, for us, we do them at the bottom. Okay, so menu form, and I need to make sure. See, I'm back on Bootstrap 4. I need to find Bootstrap 5. See, I almost just copied the exact same thing I'm trying to get rid of, right? Okay. Oh, I can't make that any bigger. Okay, so you go over here. This is terrible, I can't see. Okay, so I already have, this is not the quality content you guys thought you were gonna be getting. Form content, I'm not gonna do my action yet. I've got stuff set up on the back end, but I'm not doing anything yet because I don't want the whole thing to break. I'm already done with that. I've already got my list inline. Okay, so now I don't care. Wait, I'm not in the right thing. Where's my Bootstrap 5 drop down? Bootstrap 5 drop. Bootstrap 5 drop. See, this is what happens when my coffee maker's broken. Drop down, or not coffee maker, my coffee grinder. I've been living off of Nespresso. Menu. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so Wolfhound, Jesse, if you have something to say about putting your script tags at the end, right before the, right at the end of the body, if you have something to add to that, by all means. You know, if you have a different custom, or if you do it differently at work, that is what we have been learning. And I think I want to say a couple of the online tutorials that I've done, because I started doing Colt Steele's, I started doing his boot camp, and then he upgraded everything. I actually I did it twice, but I always got up to JavaScript. I'd get into the middle of JavaScript and I would stop. And then it would be a year, and then I'd go back, and then I'd have to restart it again. And this last time I was right in the middle of JavaScript, and then he ended up completely revamping the whole boot camp, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. And so at that point I'm like, okay, I need to figure something else out, because I'm gonna know vanilla or not JavaScript, but vanilla CSS and HTML pretty darn well, and I'm not gonna have any idea how to do anything else. So that's when Leon's bootcamp came up, and I was like, yay, that's awesome. Okay, I got distracted again. Drop downs. This is it. This is for real. I'm gonna pay attention. Okay. Drop down button. See, this is what I'm looking for, you guys. Except I don't want a single one, and I changed all mine to background dark, because I like the background dark. And I've already got a lot of pattern and stuff on my page, so I don't want to mess it up with all these colors and distractions. I don't want a split button. I already did my dark drop down. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the single button right now, because I know you can do the drop down menu, or maybe they don't have the menu in Bootstrap 5. But you have the drop-down menu that actually kind of pulls it all together. But if I remember correctly, that kind of like pushes it off to the left, and I'm trying to get my stuff centered. Oh, okay, so you have the defer attribute now, so you can actually move your scripts to the head tag with the defer attribute. Huh, okay. You know what? I need to take a look at that, because maybe that is what SpinFix is doing all the time. Because I mean, yeah, I did not know that. So I want to see how you actually use it, because I'm assuming that means you can just plunk down all your scripts with all of the style tags, and then you just have a defer attribute that you put in there. Like, oh, what did I do? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you just do that exactly as it is, and then you defer it, which I guess kind of shoves it to the end of the file, right? Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, if I had known about that, I would have used it. But for now, for better practice, you know, than just like plopping it up there and forgetting to defer it, I'm gonna code along here, and then maybe when, do you do that in React? Do you do that in React? I wonder. Okay, well, okay, see, now I'm reading about this. It's a Boolean attribute, which means if it's there, it's true, and if it's not, it's false. It's only for external scripts. Okay. If async is present, it's executed asynchronously. If it's not present, if async is not present and defer is present, then it's going to be executed when the page has finished parsing. If neither is present, the script is fetched and executed immediately before the browser continues parsing the page, which can take a while. So, okay. Thank you very much. This is awesome. Thank you. It is so good to know that. I mean, it really is, because that's the kind of stuff that is interesting to me, because I have issues with sequences of things, which is why async await is still very muddy in my head. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so now I have my list inline item, which I may or may not need. Form control. Okay, so now here's my well, they're having div classes. So this is just completely different. I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this. I'm just gonna, bleh. I may end up just like taking this and shoving it over to my junk folder. Maybe I should probably do that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Because at least I have. This is so sad. At a certain point, you're just like, well, at least I've got some code there. It doesn't work, but at least it's there. At least it's there. It's terrible. It's terrible and it doesn't work. Okay, yeah, this is going in the junk folder. I gotta find my junk folder. Where's my junk folder? Where's my junk folder? Here it is. Okay, it's getting saved in my junk folder. I'm gonna fatten that up. Okay. Okay. There's gonna be outfit name button. I'll just pop that in there and save it. Okay. That way, if I need it, I mean, I'll have it. I don't really want it. That's a really bad code. So, okay. So now I'm gonna move back here, and then, oh, so you get. I still haven't gotten. Were you guys here when I was trying to make my games work? I don't know if it'll. Okay, hold on. Is it slots? This is terrible. I had my notes down here. Is that it? I have 0 points? Wait a minute. How come I only have 0 points? What's going on here? Okay, hold on. Okay, so Streamlabs is saying that maybe I spent it on. What did I spend it on? This is terrible. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my real life bank account's empty, and now my Streamlabs bank account is empty. This is terrible. I'm just gonna keep coding. Oh, well, at least, you know what? It says it's probably not gonna rain, and then the other one is mayhaps. So, I mean, I'm gonna be glass half full type of girl, and I'm gonna say that there's a good possibility it's not gonna rain. So I'm gonna go with that one. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna say that this is drop down. So this does not cover the fact that. Yeah, this does not cover the fact that it's, okay, so here's the button group. This is actually what I wanted. Single danger button. Yeah, so, come on you guys. Come on, I know you wanna listen to me. Okay, so this is actually the group. So I gotta move the group code up. I'm gonna move that over. Yeah, Spoonfix, I think I probably did. So we're gonna do group button, see what happens with this. See here, drop down menu. Yeah. Okay, so that's, I mean, yeah. Let's just see what it looks like, right? Okay. Wow, that looks, see, but this is working. This is hurting my heart. My heart feels bad looking at this. And any aesthetic sense that is in me anywhere is really upset right now. But the link works, right? So we're gonna say this is a big win. The problem is, oh gosh. The problem is I needed that code. I'm so glad that I didn't get rid of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I needed that code. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh, I needed that code. Go back. I got rid of the wrong code. Move. Oh, this, I needed this code. Here we go. See, this is why I need junk. I need junk folders and junk drawers in my house because, oh gosh. Okay, I need to move this down. Oh, gosh. There we go, guys. So, if you're a writer, as in someone who writes, they have this thing where you never throw away a piece of writing, no matter how bad it is. If it is like the worst piece of writing that has ever existed on the planet, you still do not get rid of it. You just don't. Because you never know if you can use it somewhere, right? So now I can feel myself hoarding code the way a writer might hoard bits and pieces of things that they say on a napkin, bits and pieces of things that they write on a napkin. I can feel myself hoarding code in that way. You know what? And I'm removing, why am I doing that? I actually do want that to be commented out. Yeah, so, okay, I wanted that. Why did I get rid of that? See, I wanted that because that's actually the outfit name there. This belongs down here. So we're gonna go up here. And I'm still not exactly sure how I'm gonna work that, but that's what's gonna happen, is we're gonna do it that way. So, okay, so now I've got my button group, and yeah, this is really exciting. So I got my button group. Yeah, okay, so I've got my button group. I'll go ahead and go down there. And then I got my little button. And this is not action. This is going to be category. And then okay, so that's what happened here. Alright, false. Yeah. This is going to be, I can't remember whether, I have to look at the other code. I can't remember what the categories were. It was like, I know, Wolfhound, look at that. I can't believe it. All I had to do was follow the instructions. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do is follow some instructions. Oh, okay. I'm trying to relax here. Okay. Trying to relax because I don't understand why it's so easy for some people to follow instructions and it's just not easy for me to follow instructions. I can't find the code that I was using for this because, Here it is, hat, accessory, top, bottom, footwear. That's what it is. So I just have to plug that in here. And I think, yeah, I don't want to separate it like, so we're just gonna go ahead and clear that thing out. But I'm gonna need like, I don't know, 3 more of these. Yeah, we'll just say we need 3 more things. So we're gonna have action, which is going to be hats. And then we're gonna have accessories, accessory. And then we're gonna have top. And then we're gonna have bottom. And I have to hurry up and like push this thing before something happens and I lose it. But yeah, you know what, you guys, thank you so much for encouraging me to actually look at the documentation and try to read it. Thank you. You know what happened here? Why? These are anchor tags. And this is not. I don't want that. I want more of these. Go away. I don't need that. I don't need you cluttering up my space. Boom. Okay. Okay, and then I'll just copy those then. Because I need bottoms and shoes. So top, bottom, shoes, footwear. Okay. And that. Yay! Yay! Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Very exciting. Can I do this here? Because that's... No, I gotta do it in the... Boo! I don't like that. Let's just go over here. There we go. Oh, I have to like actually... Background dark. I forget, is it color? I can't remember if it's... What is the bootstrap? Oh, why can't I think? Background dark. Dark. Color. White. What is it for the letters? I don't know why I can light and dark. What do you call it? Text. Is it text? Am I overthinking it? Text? Is it text? It's probably text. I can't remember. It is text. Okay. It's hard to remember from 2 years ago. Okay. So, man, that code works. I just can't even believe it. Okay, so we're gonna do that to every single... Come on. You can do it. Come on, Jen. You can do it. Put a little power to it. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. And then... I don't need that. I'll get rid of the code, but again, I hoard the code. So I just have to make sure that it works before I mess around and clear it out. So, okay, so this one should be easy because this is not category. Where's my, there it is. I have to get my little button in there. Come on. So that was UL class drop down menu. UL class. That's the wrong one. Why is that like that? Oh. Wait a minute. I messed it up. What's going on here? Hey, Final Spartan. What are we doing here? We are at the 11th hour of a 100-hour project, or I guess it would be the 99th hour of a 100-hour project that I'm working on, and we're trying to get these drop downs to work, and the fine folks here are helping me figure out that I have to learn how to read documentation instead of just making it all up in my head. So that is what we're doing, and this is my app that I've been working on. I was working on the navigation last night and some more of the styling, and I added some stuff to the existing post schema and the controller so that when I send it over to the database, it actually sends what I need over to it. Oh, yeah. What about, okay, so EJS is driving us to React. Yeah, EJS is just terrible. And I feel so bad for saying that because it has a place. It has a place. Okay, so you're learning Eleventy to build your personal blog. You love it, except you haven't used PHP. I was gonna say, is Eleventy WordPress? Is that... Is that... No. You're not using... Okay. I was gonna say... So you're using Eleventy. So I started trying to learn PHP years ago. And the thing is, I was learning it concurrently with JavaScript because, you know, they're all like loops and functions and anyway, but they were so close together. They were so similar that I just said, I can't do this at the same time. So I just forgot about PHP. So it's a static page generator. Okay, so... So it's a static site. So can I ask you why you picked Eleventy? Can I ask you why you picked Eleventy? Just out of curiosity. Absolutely. I have not worked with it, so I am definitely not judging. So this is kind of interesting. So yeah. I'm clearing that out. I was gonna say their little their little tiny fonts, their little icons, their PNGs, they did little gradients. Before it was just that dark square, dark background square. It was a dark purple, and I just realized they changed it so they have this cute little light purplish fuchsia color gradient to the... Anyway, I just saw that. It was shiny. Wait, the template that you're using is shiny? Or the bootstrap is shiny? I'm confused. I'm confused, but I'm so excited that stinking drop-down thing works. I just can't even stand it. Like, it's not actually doing anything right now because I don't have it hooked up, but... Ooh. Yeah, okay. I need to focus. I have to focus. I have to look at this. I have to stare and I have to focus. Focus. Okay. I already did. That's the outfit name. Okay, I have my drop-down menu, which is actually working. Okay, so this, I hope that this is what I actually copied and pasted down here, but if I didn't, this is what I need to copy and paste right here, because this is the season, which is the next one. So I'm going to go down here and put this in. Oh, for heaven's sake. Why? Why are you giving me fine, I'm just going to paste it. And I have to I think it's the same thing. That is the same thing that I just paid. Anyway, I'm gonna clear all that out as soon as I know this works. The problem is that I need, here's the category one. I need button. I actually need a button, right? Do that. Keep going, Jen. Here we go. And then I'll go like that. Then set category, and make it be season. And then for this, I'm gonna do summer. Oh, okay, so was it, by the way, the reason the last time why you end the stream because of distracting you? Oh, no. Oh my gosh. No. Okay, so the focus problem is mostly because I have a little bit of ADHD, and I have been trying to work with medications on and off for the past couple of years, and they just have some really bad side effects. I have really bad side effects, and so I can't take the medication, right? And so just focusing in general, but when I get tired, it's really, really hard. And anything that requires a lot of concentration makes it even that much more difficult, unless it's absolutely quiet and I'm just staring at the screen. And I even have eye drops because my eyes get so dry just from staring. But no. But the thing is, streaming is the only way I can stay motivated to actually sit down, because otherwise I want to paint my mailbox. I want to go on walks. I want to mow the lawn. I want to paint the walls. I have all these projects, and I don't sit down unless I drink a ton of coffee or I take ADHD medication, which I can't at this point because the side effects are so bad I can't. So anyway, that's why I'm so grateful that you guys are here, because otherwise it would be really summer, fall. I'm gonna do it in the order of the seasons, I think. Summer, fall, and then winter, and then spring. Or I guess I could do spring, summer, winter, fall. Or fall, winter. I could do that. But yeah, so no, so the idea that I'm even just sitting here is pretty awesome. So I don't think of it quite in that way. Are you working? Yeah, you're working. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and clear out all that, because this is not working. I don't think that's the one that's working. So we'll clear that out. Yeah. So that's working. Yay! And then I'll just erase all of that as soon as I want to push it just with this code, just in case something happens. So you have another disorder, but sometimes you feel like you're having ads? Is that, ADHD? ADHD? I don't know. Okay, season button. So the funny thing is that it got rid of all this other stuff too. Probably because this is all messed up. I'll mark you out too. Well, that is interesting. Where's my UL? Oh, I just what did I do? Oh, attention deficits. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that looks like ADHD, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that looks like a lot of stuff. I think anyone who can get diagnosed and actually find something that works for them, that helps them perform better, I think that's awesome. I was thinking about that. Winter, spring, summer, fall. All you have to do is call. Yeah, I like that. But the thing is, the thing is that, like, when you started off with winter, I don't know, most people aren't, that's not most people's favorite season. I mean, I kind of ask people about stuff like, what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that? And the thing is that winter, except for people who absolutely love winter sports, most people, that is not their favorite. And so I'm trying to be mindful of little idiosyncrasies like that. Why did I do that? I was trying to I'm trying to be mindful of people's idiosyncrasies when I make stuff. Just because, like, especially if for our boot camp, we are supposed to make apps that are tailored to places that we apply to, right? So one thing is I'm trying to think, okay, how can I put my best foot forward? You know, I know that I like the presentation of things, the visual aspect of it. So I can kind of use that as a strength and kind of focus on that. So that maybe the areas where I'm a little bit weaker, it'll take a little bit of that focus off. Anyway, I'm trying to, like, figure out every hack possible that will make me just even remotely palatable as a candidate. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna just do a palette. Okay, so this time I have to write these down because I thought about these and I looked them up. So we have neutral. So yeah, I mean, I have all these ideas about the way I should do things, but I don't know. Yeah, but so Spoonfix, I mean, if you have, like, if you're already diagnosed and you've already got ways to handle what's going on with you, I think that's great. I mean, because that means you're ahead of the game, because there are so many people who, you know, they just have a lot of trouble with a lot of things and they don't know why. They just know that they have problems, and it can make people depressed and anxious and deep, dark. Okay. Light, cool, and warm. And I'm going to make these required. Okay. James Pro Dev. Yes, you work on that 100-hour project. That is awesome. That is, because you don't know, you might have like a little breakthrough, right? You might have a little breakthrough and something might happen, or you could get help from some people. Like, I'm getting some help, and look at this. Now I've got my drop-down menus working, which they were not working, and I didn't know if I could ever get them working, and here they are. Look at that. Yay. Okay, so secondary drop-down. I'm not working with seasons anymore. That was a season button. How come I have so many seasons? Okay, so that's category, season, palette. Okay, so that's what the problem is. Palette. Okay, so this is not supposed to be working though, because that's all the divs and whatnot. So we don't want that. We don't want you. We don't want you. Okay, just go like that. Okay. But this, I do want. Okay, Aria, drop down summer swing. Okay, but now are you the bad? I think you're the bad stuff that I don't want. Oops, that's not good. Here we go. So I don't want you right now. Yeah, because that's the drop down. That's the one with all of the inline stuff where I was trying to get that to work. Okay, so now you're switching back to the drawing board. Yeah, I mean, you can only get so many errors, and then pretty soon you see that you're repeating the same code over and over and over again in different areas. Like at one point, I couldn't tell the difference between, what was it? It was between the controller and the schema, and I realized that I was typing stuff into one, and I thought it was the other file. So at a certain point, you just need to set it aside and try to like rework things and kind of start from scratch. So I'm excited for you. Let's see here. Eurovision Song Contest from Europe. It was some time. Oh, you know what? Okay, so Spoonfix. I don't actually. I don't know very much about Eurovision Song Contest, but I do know. And is it Jack Whitehall? He's a comedian, and he took his dad on a road trip across Europe. And so he took his dad on a road trip across Europe, and they did like, I don't know if it was Eurovision. Oh no, now I don't even know what I did here. Hold on. I'm gonna look that up. Oh, hey Decodes. Happy Sunday. Jack Whitehall. Eurovision, that's what it was. It was so funny. This was the funniest, the Sunstroke Project. This was such a funny episode. I watched that one, and then I watched part of it again because it was just so funny, the idea of him going on the road trip with his dad, and his dad is like so British, so very British. Freelance programming, if you're talking about freelancing as in, well, programming rather, the freelancing part, and the 100 Devs bootcamp that we're in, the Learn with Leon bootcamp, we're required to do freelancing. In order to stay in the bootcamp and get help from him, we are required to get signatures on contracts and provide that to him as proof that we are freelancing. So yeah, so James has a bunch of folks have already finished their first ones. They're already working on the second and third ones. So yeah, I have a contract. I'm not done. I'm not done with it yet. I have a signature. That's all I've got. I've been working just on really basic stuff like what you guys are seeing here. Because I feel like I kind of need skills in order to sell stuff. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that everybody else. So season, spring, okay. Palette. Okay, so this is where I need to update. So this is going to be neutral. I think it's neural. Neutral. So what song Spoonfix are you thinking of specifically from 2019? Deep, dark, light. Cool. And then warm. Well, that worked out. Look at that. But it's not actually working here. What did I do? I did something wrong. What did I do, you guys? What is going on here? What did I do? Okay, I don't have any red things around here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Spoonfix, I'm gonna look that up. Thank you. Thank you for recommending that. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, competing with lower priced services. Okay, so I actually have tried to put services out on Craigslist, Fiverr. I haven't tried Upwork because they take a hefty little sum. But yeah, I mean, you're competing against people from other countries who, I mean, the going rate is so much lower in other countries for reasons I don't really understand. But I've talked to enough people from Eastern Europe and then in India to know that just their dev jobs in general don't pay as well. So yeah, I bought a logo off of Fiverr one time and I really liked it, but you know, in all honesty, I paid like $20 for it. And then I felt so bad. I like threw in $10 for a tip. Like that's how bad I felt because I knew that this person put in a couple hours of work, you know. So yeah, you stayed with local businesses or national. Yeah. It's, again, I know that people can make a tidy little living off of like Upwork. I don't know about Fiverr, but I know people in the United States that can make a living on Upwork, but you have to do it for a while, and you have to not get paid for a while, because stuff like that, they work off of the recommendations. I know for Fiverr, definitely it's huge on recommendations. So you have to have a whole bunch of recommendations with your, I don't remember if it's 5 stars or what it is. But yeah, I mean, working with your network, calling local businesses. I mean, that's how a lot of people did that. That is how a lot. So I have to figure out what is wrong with this, because this is not. Okay, so got that. I got my UL. This div, where does this div go? That div goes to that. So that explains why is that up there? UL div. That goes to the button group. No, no, all of this is supposed to be in the button group. That needs to not be there. Okay, so now this div goes up to the button group. Yeah, but I don't want it to go to the button group. This has to be all the way down here, because I've got my season button. But more importantly, I've got that. So, okay. So palette. I bet that goes up to the button group. Yep. I don't want it to be there. See, now I've got that James Taylor song in my head. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Oh, uh-oh, you guys. Uh-oh. Okay, I think they're doing some fireworks out there. You read the word drop. Oh, drop. Yeah, I just don't. So the thing is, most of this I'm just copying and pasting it. I'm not having to code from scratch. Thank goodness for the wonderful folks on the interweb who like bother to write stuff out like this so that I don't have to. I know in the beginning you're supposed to write it all out just so that you learn it, but we're saying, I'm just gonna be honest, like at this point I need to get this done. So the idea of like seeing all of it just right out there on the page for me to read, and I don't take advantage of it, seems like idiocy. So I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do the smart thing and copy and paste it for this purpose. Yeah, so I'm not even using this. I am not using that. Of course now my code probably doesn't work. I need to make sure my code still works. Let's see that. Here we go, see? That's all I had to do was move that. You hope I don't get a drop-down nightmare tonight? Okay, yeah, yeah. Hey, Decode, I'm not kidding. I advertised my services for free on Craigslist. Now, mind you, I was advertising specifically to nonprofits, telling them that I would do their work for free, but honestly, I essentially all they had to pay for was the domain name and then any third-party services, right? Like if they wanted to pay for some search engine positioning or whatever, right? But I was going to do all the work for free. I got 0 response. 0. So I don't know what kind of magic you need to make Craigslist work for you, but the fact that I like paid my $5 for a month and nobody emailed me, nothing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So yeah. I'm just gonna say that thing where, you know, you cold call, like you could try cold calling places like locally and explain that you're a local developer. I can't remember what other tricks Leon. I can't remember what other tricks Leon had us do, but I'm not kidding. Like just that thing where it's an impersonal ad, it doesn't work because there's always someone who's gonna lowball you. Like there's always gonna be someone who's like, how come that's $200? And you'll be like, well, that's taking me 200 hours, so I figure $1 an hour is fair. But they're really like, crazy people out there. So I'm done with my palette. So now I need to, I'm gonna do formal, informal. I came up with some things. So formal, informal. Okay, so yeah, I came up with some stuff. So formal, informal, but I came up with, what was that? Now I can't remember what it was. What did I come up with? Okay. I had ideas. I had real ideas and they're gone now. And did I write them anywhere? Where are they? Okay, fine. Okay, so I had athletic, and then I had, where, my code's all messed up. Okay, you live in a system where unless you got that yeah. I don't know. Try having the wrong university. Try having a liberal arts degree and getting a job. Blech. Yeah. I can get a job for like $10 an hour or less around here. That's the best I can do. Okay, so we're just gonna do this from memory now because I cannot remember. So I had athletic, I had weekend, lounge, where I had, actually we can just do loungewear and then weekend party, we'll say club because clubs are opening up again. Okay, so then I had business casual, and then I had formal. Okay. Time to become a factory worker? No, because I mean, I don't think becoming a factory worker is really. Why do the dev jobs in your area not pay? Is that part of the problem? Yeah, I mean, there's money out there for people to build websites. I had my old broker. I'm a real estate agent, but my broker contacted me because she had a website built for the school that she's running. It's a real estate school, and if I were a different type of person, I would have just said, oh well, you know, I'll just rebuild your website and it'll be, you know, a couple $1,000s or whatever. And I'll, you know, make it so that you have forms that go back and I can build you a database. You don't even need, I can do everything. So I could have done that, but I'm not going to do that. But there is definitely money in that. I just told her that she needs to go back to the place that did it and have them fix a couple things. So yeah, I mean, there's money out there and you don't have to take advantage of people. You just have to charge market value. And I think the problem is that there are so many people who are looking at quantity over quality, and they just want a site up. They don't even care if it's all messed up. Like, they don't care if stuff is spelled correctly. They don't care if the links aren't working. And that really frustrates me and upsets me, because it shouldn't be like that. You're paying for a product. It's like if you go to the store and you buy a watermelon and there's a hole in it and you take it home and cut into it and there's nothing in there, right? That's wrong. That is just categorically wrong. And I feel like if we go out into the world, we need to make sure that that doesn't happen. So something that our bootcamp instructor told us is that developers can be asking for 5 years. They can ask for a master's degree from an Ivy League school. But in all honesty, people who have these things are not going to be replying to these ads in Indeed. They're going to be actively pursued by headhunters, and they're probably going to have really, really nice situations wherever they are. So they can ask for all that stuff, and that's great if they do, but people like me are going to apply. And do I have 5 years experience? Not unless you add all of the false starts, and include that as experience, which I don't think anyone in their right mind should do that. So yeah, they can ask for all that stuff, but unless they're willing to pay for it, which most people really aren't, not that I've seen anyway from some of the ads I've seen, they're not going to get it. So they're going to have to deal with us. So yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Can you come up? Why don't you come up? Come up. Oh, poor doggy. Okay, come on. Okay. No barky. No barking. It's just fireworks. Okay. Oh, hey, Obsidian. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, so yeah, we are definitely, we're chronicling our coding journey, and we are making a little app here, which I have to work on spacing and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm super excited that I was able to get some help with the drop down. Yeah, James, there are lots of people doing that. Yeah, Emma, my poor Becky dog has, like, she's a rescue, of course. All my dogs are rescues, and they all come with their own sorts of issues, if that makes sense. But yeah, I had a dog who was basically blind and well, half blind. By the end of it, she was kind of half blind, but she was definitely pretty deaf. And she didn't care about the fireworks. That was fine. She was fine. She just kind of hung out. She was pretty chill. And then I had another dog who was a hound dog with, like, really good hearing, and he would hide under tables and pee on the floor, and it was like he had a rough time. He had a rough time. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what hosting services are you, yeah, Emma, see, I love rescues. I just love them. They have a lot of personality. I mean, and personal, you know, they have issues, but the issues give them their own little personalities. And so, like, I got Becky when she was really, really young, but she was very high energy, and I didn't realize that she was a mix of all these different hunting dogs. And we were in this little apartment, and oh my gosh, she's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, for hosting services, I mean, I know people who have used DigitalOcean. I know people who have used DigitalOcean and they've liked it. I actually went on Reddit and asked a bunch of people what hosts they liked, and I followed people who were asking about hosts. And I mean, you can pay a lot, you know, and you can use like Amazon Web Services. There you can use them, but yeah, I mean, there are so many different options. You just have to look. And then there's also dedicated hosting. I don't know if you've looked into dedicated hosting, but it's expensive. But I mean, it could be an option. And then also, you know, how you're, I guess, you know, what kind of, if you're using like WordPress or Wix or something like that, there are different things that you can do to kind of optimize things to keep the sites running a little bit smoother and faster. Oh, yeah, I think Yorkies and Maltipoos are so cute. Yeah. Yeah, well, Becky, this is my Becky dog. She barks at the fireworks, but she also gets really scared, and she's kind of a Velcro dog anyway. So yeah, it's just a tough time. She used to not be afraid of the fireworks at all. But one night I took her out and they started having fireworks, and I don't know what happened, but a switch flipped. And after that, it was just done. She was not having the fireworks. That was the end of fireworks for her. Done. Okay, so I'm gonna be super brazen. I'm gonna clear out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Well, why did that happen? I'm just turning it. So why did the app crash? This is weird. Okay, we're gonna try to get it rolling again and see what happened. Okay, well, it's running now. I wonder what happened. Okay, well, so I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I guess something happened. It looked like it was. Okay, yeah, I mean, like I said, I have not used DigitalOcean myself, so I cannot tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you. Oh, Barbara, I can imagine. I can imagine where you are. Those fireworks are, yeah. I bet the noise from the people too. You know, I can imagine. I can imagine. I live in a quiet suburb, so, but my quiet suburb, I'm in an area that's very close to rural, just on the edge of rural, and so of course, you know, there's like a fireworks place where they sell fireworks just across the county line. I mean, we're saying driving, I could get there in less than 10 minutes. So yeah, well, I haven't checked out the pricing on DigitalOcean. I just know that they have different tiers, and they offer a lot, and most people who have used their services, from the questions I asked and from what I've read, I mean, people seem to be pretty happy. There have been a couple people who had issues with them, but they were technical issues. It wasn't like a service-oriented issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and get add. Becky. On the build. Yay. Okay, so now go ahead and clean this up. I know. Oh, Becky. Oh, I know. That firework's giving you a rough time, huh? You're gonna be okay? Oh, my poor little dog tomorrow's gonna have such a rough time. I know. It's tough, Becky. It's tough. So Becky picked out her own name. She, when we got her, her name was something like Betty Lou or Betty Lee. And because I live in the South, and so I looked at her and she did not look like a Betty Lee. She looked like, I mean, she was little. She was, what, 6 months old? But she looked like she had all sorts of attitude. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't think she's a Betty Lou or whatever. And my kids were like, we don't think she's a Betty Lou. So I'm like, okay, what are we gonna name her? So we went through all these Pokemon names. We went through, Becky, what else did we go through? I like started just looking up stuff in Google. Well, I need to get this up again. Yeah, we just started Googling names. I came up with like, I mean, my daughter was, she's into gaming, and, you know, so she like threw out all of these anime names. My other daughter is into like pop culture and Timothy Chalamet and Harry Styles, and she started throwing out all these girl names that were pop culture-ish. And oh my gosh, Barbara. That's so funny. I keep meaning to call the vet, but okay, so Becky, the vet and Becky don't get along. Like, they won't cut her nails. There's all this stuff that they won't do because she has some problems. And so they said that when I come in for a teeth cleaning and they give her anesthesia, they'll cut her nails. And then shortly after that, they said, have you thought, and they gave her all these pheromones on a handkerchief. When I picked her up the last time, she had a handkerchief around her neck, and they had basically doused the whole thing in pheromones to calm her down. So they're like, have you ever considered medication? Is she always like this? And I'm like, yeah, she's like this all the time. And they're like, well, we have medication you can give her. And I'm like, I don't want to drug up my dog. And they're like, well, just think about it. So yeah, I think, just like some people, I think my little dog might need some medication. I don't know what's going on in her brain. I don't know what kind of special needs she has, or what the diagnosis would be, right? I mean, I'm not going to try to diagnose her, but she does have some issues, right? What was I doing? Oh, I'm clearing out all that junk, all the junk code that I don't need. I just have to make sure I'm in the right file. Is this the right file? Yeah, this is the right file, and I'm not using the drop-down divider. Yeah, I gotta match all this stuff up. Okay. Yeah, can you guys still hear me? I'm like talking into the back of my dog's head. So, I don't know, Becky, what's going on with all this? So I still need category button. I don't know. Well, there's nothing there. Where's my category? Becky, where's my category? Okay, so that's the category. So how did that... Outfit name button. Where's the outfit? No, this is the outfit name button. Why is this down here? That makes no sense. I'm gonna cut that out. And then... Yeah, this is the outfit name, but it's not a button. I'm just gonna take it out. Okay, so I have got... That's outfit name. Da, 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 da. That's the end of that button. Okay, so this is inline. Oh, Becky, come on now. Inline button group. And then this is going to be category button. No, Becky, I can't pet you right now, honey. Category button. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna finish this up. Why is this not tabbing over? Ah, okay. That's not right. Come on. Category button. There we go. This is irritating. Are you gonna move over now? You're still not gonna go over. Fine, I'm just gonna leave that. My computer does not listen to me. I don't know if other people have computers that listen to them. Mine just doesn't. Sometimes, like, I'll click on things and I'm in the correct screen, I'm in the correct window, but nothing happens. Just like, oh, Becky, no, Becky. No, Becky. Who's a beautiful girl? I know. Are you not comfy? Becky's not comfy. Okay, so that's a category button. This is the... Becky, I can't just pet you. Okay. Hey Farzer, we are finishing up a stream. I am working on a 100 hours project for the boot camp that I'm in. It's the Learn with Leon and Friends boot camp. He has a Twitch stream and we're learning the MERN stack. And right now we are working on React, but this particular app that I'm building is EJS. We're using EJS and CSS. I'm using Bootstrap 5. Not really well, to be perfectly honest, but you know, we're using it, we're learning it. Yeah, but anyway, we're backend is Mongo, Node, and Express. So yeah, right now this is what we've got. This is it. So anyway, and those pictures, whoever uses this app, they're actually, see, I don't need that. So whoever uses this app, they're actually gonna be uploading pictures of their clothes. So yeah. But you guys, I was thinking, I kind of figured out, I think I know how to do a raid now. Do you guys want to try to do a raid? Cause I have some instructions here. I just have to figure out who I am gonna raid. Yeah, it is really cool stuff. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's amazing because I go back to when I was a kid, you know, back in the age of the dinosaurs and whatnot. When I was a kid, you know, we had the big old box with monitor and we had another big box, which was the brains. And, you know, we used DOS and we had an Atari. And then later on, we got one of those big Macs, you know, with a little tiny screen, but it was a big old box. Anyway, I go back to that. And now, you know, everything is so different and everything is so fast and everything, you know, although the websites are so beautiful and interactive, I just love it. I love it. I mean, I was printing stuff out on dot matrix printers. I had boxes and boxes. I mean, reams and boxes that I would buy and my mom would buy on sale, like full cases of that where it feeds in and you have the little prongs that come out and you have to feed it in. And then I'd get stuff stuck and all this, you know, stuff would start tearing and you'd have to like rip. Anyway, that's, but now we have all these nice printers and I'm just so appreciative of the progress that humans have made in the past, I don't know how many years, many years. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so Barbara, who are we gonna raid? I don't even know who's out there right now. Like Leon, when he does his raids, he's all like, he knows exactly who he's raiding. And I have no idea. Here I am trying to like find someone to raid. Hold on, I'm gonna look at Twitch and see who's out there. Twitch TV. Who is streaming right now, guys? Who is streaming? Uh-oh. Okay, we might have to like mute this guy. Shh. No, thank you. Okay, yeah, see, he's just making me hungry. I don't want to watch that. Okay, so who... I mean, I'm seeing that people are like... I don't know. It won't load to see... You know, this is so sad. I want to be able to... Like, I know a couple people that I've met just through networking, who they actually stream when they game. But I don't necessarily want to bring you all into that because some of the games they play are like really violent and stuff. So I don't know. Hey, no, Becky. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Bash Bunny? Let's take a look at Bash Bunny. Are they in there? Let's see. Oh, they are live. Okay. Okay, if everybody's game, we're gonna try to raid. I gotta try to figure out the code though. And I'm hoping Becky lets me. So I think it's this. No, Becky. And then I need a space and then at. No, Becky, you have to wait. Okay, hold on. And no, Bunny. I mean, Becky. Oh gosh, I can't even say my dog's name now. Hold on, Becky. Okay, so then we're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna try it, guys. We're gonna try to raid. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, did it do it? Uh-oh, I hope everybody is mature. It says this channel is intended for mature audiences. So let's see if it works. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, it worked, you guys. I think it worked. James, are you serious? Are you 12? Are you serious? Because I have a 12-year-old. That's not funny. I have a 12-year-old. Well, you know what, though? She watches all manner of inappropriate stuff. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better. Are we actually in? Like, are we actually in her raid right now? Or are we in her stream? This is terrible. Did it work? Oh, Becky, shh.